Yes empowers. It's the oxygen that fuels innovation, creates breakthroughs, and gets heads nodding. Yes isn't scared of cancer. Cancer is scared of yes. Yes is a cure for type 1 diabetes and its momentum unstoppable. At Mid-Missouri's only academic health center, we live by the word yes, and it always finds a way.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, December the 5th. We are just 20 days away from Christmas, and we're going to talk about a massive Christmas spectacular right now. And we have a delightful young lady with us, Tori Stepanek. Good to have you here,
Good to be here.
This is third or fourth time you've been on?
I think at least third, yep.
Yeah, Capital City Productions. You are one of the stars in the Christmas Spectacular?
Yeah, it's an ensemble cast, so there's 9 of us, and we all play ourselves and other characters. So.
Are you playing yourself?
Yes,
so
we all play ourselves.
Are you a weathercaster?
I am. I'm a meteorologist in the show and in real life. Yeah.
So what is the Christmas Spectacular about then?
Think 1960s Judy Garland Christmas Special, where you're at someone's house and you never know who's going to come up to the door. Again, a lot of us play ourselves, but we also play characters from past CCP productions. So if you're a frequent Jefferson City theater goer, there's people and characters you're going to recognize, I think.
Well, that really sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Is this a brand new show?
Well, we wrote it ourselves. I would say it's kind of a loose script. It's all things that we've either said at rehearsal or in passing. So it's really actually at this point still not set in stone. So you never know, night of things might be different.
You got just a couple of days before you open.
Yep. And I think each performance will probably be different too. You never know what's going to come out of our mouths.
So this was written locally.
Yes.
Is it going to go on the road at one point?
I would think not, but.
All right. It is totally original.
Yes.
You're running when to when?
Our first performance is going to be December the 8th, and then it's the weekend after that as well.
Now, do you still have the dinners?
On Thursday and Friday night, we have the dinners. And then we have dessert performances on the Thursday and the Sunday matinee performances.
Okay. How do people get tickets if they want them?
You can go to capitalcityproductions.org, or you can call 573-681-9612.
Okay, capitalcityproductions.org.
Yes.
And you are playing yourself.
Yes.
Tori Stepanek.
And a couple other people.
Okay, but you're doing the weather in there.
A little bit, maybe.
Good to have you here, Tori. Continued success with what you're doing.
Thanks so much.
All right. Now, we're gonna we go from the from current time to the past, and I want to introduce you to Richard and Catherine Stickann. Good to have both of you here.
Thank you.
Today. You have written you've written a book called Ordinary People, Extraordinary Lives, an American Story. Tell me about this.
Oh, this is a wonderful story. It's written almost all from primary sources, and it talks about a family that lives in the Finger Lake region of New York, and they live and they work, and their family is there, and then they decide to go west.
And it all doesn't go really smooth when they go west, does it?
Oh, some of it does, some of it doesn't. First they go up into Wisconsin and check out Wisconsin, and then decide to go down in Illinois. And that's where they settle, in central Illinois.
Yeah.
And they're kind of pioneers of that area.
Now, I've not had a chance to read the entire book, but I was reading part of a diary that was in here. Thoughts from, is it Leadville?
Leadville, Colorado.
Leadville, Colorado.
The 3 main characters in there are William Sayre Grangeley and his sons Charles and Henry Grangeley.
Now, what I was reading in his diary was pretty depressing.
Yeah, it was.
He wasn't very happy at all.
William Sayre, the father, went to Leadville in 1880, at the age of 72. He stayed a week, then his son went out there and stayed 2 years, Henry. He's the one that wrote the journal. He kept the diary daily. Of his time in Leadville, and
just
it was very depressing.
Reading this diary, I was projecting myself in that environment. And this was a pretty harsh environment.
And one of the things he says in there, he says, "I've never seen so much snow in the middle of June."
Yeah.
And that's because he was up in these 10,000, 15, or 14,000 foot elevations.
He's writing, and he says, "Coldest day we've ever had." Then the next day he writes, and he says, "Even colder, the coldest day we've ever had."
More interesting, though, is there's several chapters about Henry and William Sayre joining the 5th Illinois Cavalry and going into the Civil War. He was 52, and Henry was 16. We have copies of their letters that they wrote back, and some of that is even more depressing.
So how did you come about writing this book, and how did you come up with all this information? Because this is all real. This is not fiction.
Oh, yeah, there's no fiction in the book. Actually, Charles Gramesley is my great-grandfather, and this is his brother on the front cover, who went with his father to the Civil War. And I was kind of the keeper of the family goods, and I have all these letters. And Charles Gramesley he wrote a journal from
Charles Gramesley wrote a journal from 1887 to 1924 daily.
And I have a copy of it.
A daily
I don't have
entry
the
for
original.
every day for 45 years. And we have that. And
which
that's
I put
what
online.
A lot of this is based on.
Do you have the original?
No, we have a copy.
My
But
cousin
the
has
original is in the family. And so are all the letters. They're all
I have
in
a
the
lot of the
family.
letters.
We have copies of them. Some other grandchildren have the originals.
And
that's
Charles Gramesley wrote many, many stories about his childhood growing up in New York. And I have copies of his stories.
So
why
did you decide to write the book?
Because it's a wonderful American story. Because I wanted to share, we wanted to share all of this, I have a cabinet full of all of these old ephemera and stuff from him, and I wanted to share the story.
Was it difficult editing it down to what, 150, how many pages in there?
176 total.
176. Was it, if you've got a cabinet full with thousands of...
And a stack this high of journals.
Yeah, so you went through all of it and you edited it down.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a wonderful book. It's called Ordinary People, Extraordinary Lives, The American Story. How can people get a copy of this?
Available at any of the online retailers, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, that sell books online. It's available at Yellow Dog Bookstore here on 9th Street.
Well, and you'll have it in the trunk of your car. I like when we have local authors on, if you see them, you'll have it in the trunk of your car and you can pick it up. But it is available online.
Yes.
Ordinary People, Extraordinary Lives, The American Story. Thank you, Catherine and Richard, for coming by. It's a pleasure having you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Both of you go back with us a long time. You were on Pepper and Friends with your alpacas.
Yes.
And Richard, you were on with another book.
With a novel that I'd written in 2013.
Yeah. So it's good to have you both back. All right? Tomorrow, voluntary action, and we'll find out about the Mason Eye Institute. If there's something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you. That's pepperp@missouri.edu. Have yourself a good day.